What's up, Giants fans, Hub watchers, YouTube subscribers, Twitter and Instagram followers? It's Kush back at it again with another Just Chillin' Podcast episode, members panel edition. I think I did this only one time before. I'm not sure if it was last month or if it was like earlier this month. But for the members, of course, everybody could watch it. But basically, the idea of this is to just have on, the members, the guys that literally pay me, a monthly fee just to be part of the channel. I appreciate them so much. Have them come on, have them talk about whatever they want to talk about, give their thoughts on the current situation, which I'll get into in a second. And then if, two conditions, if we got time, and then if they're up for it, we'd probably do a mock draft towards the end. But it all depends on how many thoughts they got to give to me. So, of course, the Kenny Golladay situation. This was day 2 of Kenny Golladay meeting with the Giants. According to some reports, he finished the medical and he finished meeting with Judge. So, all the reports are saying things from there are positive, and it's going into a day 3. And once again, according to some reports, Justina Anderson and other guys on Twitter, day 3 is going to be them basically trying to work out a contract and being sitting at the negotiation table to actually get the details on paper and get, pen to paper, Golladay as a Giant and whatnot. That's kind of where we're at. But what everybody is just kind of talking about is that, has there ever been a meeting between a free agent, any free agent, and a team like this before, where it takes so long, especially in today's NFL, where you don't see meetings like that anymore? So that's kind of what a lot of people are surprised by. And then, of course, today as well, reports came out that the Giants are interested in former Tennessee cornerback Adoree Jackson, and he would be somebody that I think could be a good number 2 for us. And if he comes here, we don't really need to go take a corner in the draft. Of course, we still can, but it won't be a necessity. And that's where we're kind of sitting. Well, with all that being said, I'm gonna pop in the members. If you are a member that's watching and you want to join, the link is in the community tab. Member panel night. Hop on, feel free. Let me get the members on here. We got Mike Nixon, Bobby Woodruff, Joe Yaddo, and Logan's Gaming Lounge on here first. What's up, guys? How you doing?
Hi, guys. Tennessee lost two upsets today. Tennessee lost 2
in college basketball.
Oh my God, I have both of them. Who would lose to Oral Roberts?
I'm not a college basketball fan.
I'm an Orange Q's man, right? Joel, you like Syracuse?
I haven't watched college basketball in a long time.
I love that. I'm sorry, we'll talk about the Giants. Let's talk about the Giants.
Shout out to Entertainer Talking Sports in the chat. What up, Tana? How you doing, man?
Can he come on?
Yeah, sure. Why not? I'll send him the link.
Yeah, let's him on. Let me talk to him. I never get to talk to him. He never has me on his channel. So.
Well, it all depends. He could be busy. I know he's doing a stream later. I'll swing him the link. If he's busy, he's busy.
Just tell him to stop in a couple of minutes. He could yap. He's talking anyway.
Somebody left. Who left? Mike just dipped by accident. Anyway,
maybe it's his phone.
While I swing Tana that link, yeah, guys, go ahead. You guys could go. Let me get Joel, then Logan, and Bobby. What are your thoughts on the whole Kenny Golladay situation?
I want
him. Everybody wants him, but when the rumors first came out, the reporters were saying this is going to be a long process. They really have to investigate what happened in Detroit. How's his injury? A hip injury. And Joe Judge called Patricia. So
who cares about Matt Patricia?
Well, you know what? They're coaches. I mean, they know each other. You go.
Yeah, but Matt Patricia was a stinky coach.
I'm convinced. Sorry, you can finish.
In life, you go through contacts. You call who you know to get information on whatever you want. So
sorry.
If it happens, it happens. But people should realize there is a slim chance it won't happen. Physical. We've heard of players going in. They say one, but then something else comes out. So the owners are investing a ton of money in these guys. They want to get their product that they're paying for. So
earlier today, I was convinced that
I already sent the link, by the way, since people in the chat are clamoring for it. The link is sent.
I'm convinced Gettleman and Judge accidentally murdered Golladay, and now they're just trying to figure out a way to cover it up at this point.
Yeah, I didn't like Matt Patricia.
During Matthew Stafford's thank you video to Detroit, he thanked every single one of his coaches except Matt Patricia. What does that tell you?
Because he stinks.
He's horrible.
He smells.
Matt Patricia is like the worst kind of cancer you can ever get, combined with every single other disease on the planet.
Logan, I agree with you 100%.
Oh, wait a minute. I'm hearing that there's some audio problems. Guys, let me know. Nate's saying that he got some audio problems. If there is, let me know in the chat. But
Can you hear me? I got a big mouth, so there probably won't be one.
Oh, it's an echo. Okay,
yeah, it's an echo.
I don't really hear that bad, but guys in the chat, let me know if it gets too bad.
Well, I'm sure I got you off on YouTube. I got YouTube down. Yeah, I shut mine off.
That might be it. But yeah, so...
No, I shut you down. I turn it off. Put the volume down.
It's all good. Then Mike is back in. He's been popping in and out. I'm assuming internet problems. Mike, are you there?
Yeah, I'm back.
Hi, Mike. Nixon.
Yeah, so go ahead. What's your
pal?
thoughts on the whole Golladay situation?
I think we're going to sign him. I'm 80% sure. Now, I don't want to give anything away, but I have a friend on Discord who's up and up with somebody higher within the NFL. Now, he's never scared me wrong before, but he's saying that Kenny Golladay will sign with the Giants between a 4-year deal between $60 and $65 million.
Yes.
We got another.
I'll take that.
We got another member popping in here. Zeke, are you there? You might.
Yo, what's good?
What's up, man?
See,
How you doing?
He sounds like he's from New York.
Nah, I'm from Connecticut.
Okay, that's close enough.
So yeah, Zeke, go ahead. What are your thoughts on the Golladay situation? And then I'm gonna get back to Mike, because Mike, might have insider information apparently.
Yeah, the insider.
Yeah, go ahead.
I feel like the Giants should sign him, man. He fits the scheme really well, and hopefully, man, I'm not keeping my hopes up, but he needs to be with the Giants.
Yes. I agree.
And then Mike, you say you don't want to give away, your friend's name or anything like that. But how can we trust him? What moves have he said before that came true?
He predicted, I'm pretty sure he predicted that, I'm trying to remember, but it was something last year he mentioned. I can't remember.
Mike, then we can't trust him as of right now.
And
Not right now, we can't trust him.
yeah,
No.
yeah.
Hey, Logan, are you from New York?
No, I'm from New Jersey.
Oh, you're in New Jersey. Okay. And I know where the hub is, Queens.
But yeah, how much do you guys think that Kenny Golladay is basically make or break? Because that's the feel some Giants fans are giving on Twitter. I personally
He's gonna make it.
I personally think that it's not. Like, if we don't get him, it's fine. You know what I mean? The draft is still there. You still got a bunch of wide receivers, talented guys in the draft. But do you guys
Very
feel like
true.
we really, really need Kenny Golladay? Or
Yes.
do you feel that?
Yes.
That's number
Yes.
one.
And what about the
Yes.
others?
That's kind of funny because last week it was all about Waddle. Now all of a sudden,
For real?
Well, is
you
from
guys are
college.
flip-flopping. You guys are,
I didn't say Waddle. I said Kenny Golladay.
man, you guys have been on the Waddle train the last month and a half. Every draft, you
yeah.
guys have been.
That's because we didn't know
talking
we
about
were
it.
gonna. That's because we didn't know we might get Golladay.
That's
Yeah,
why.
that's true.
That's why you wait. You see what happens. Free agency comes first. Then after
Yeah.
free agency, you figure out what you need in the draft.
I want to reach on Aziz Ojulari if both corners are gone.
Mm-hmm.
Would y'all like, if we get Kenny Golladay, right? Would y'all like to have Michael Parsons at 11?
No, I don't want Micah Parsons, dude. He does
I-
some funny stuff in the locker room that I'm not going to get into, but people call him the booty consumer for a reason. So no, thank you.
Oh no, that's nasty. Oh, we don't
And
wanna hear
it's saying too, proven guilty.
I wouldn't want to bend
We
over
don't
in
know
the
if it's true,
shower.
guys, but he's a very good
Knives
player.
and some other stuff that I'm not going to get into because the Hubs channel is monetized.
I am gonna
No.
say it's just allegations as of right now, so like it could all be proven false.
Yeah,
But
but
if,
we
if-
don't want a
Yeah.
person like that. Giants.
yeah, I don't.
will
Yeah,
put
even
Especially after DeAndre Baker.
even if it was proven false because of the DeAndre Baker situation, I don't think like Judge or Gettleman would probably try and take somebody like that. What about you, Joe? You've been kind of sitting quiet there about that one.
Listen, I hope the kid does well. I hope the rumors are
Yeah.
false. I hope that he can get past these allegations. Allegations are going to come out no matter what. I mean, look at Deshaun Watson right now. Now there's stuff
That's
starting
true.
with him.
9 girls.
All right,
22 now.
Yeah, it was 22.
22. Wow, I just heard 9 this morning.
But you
Yeah,
also
same.
remember how the fan base was when DeAndre Baker first got into that scenario he was in, but he was innocent. Let's wait.
I don't think he was
See,
innocent.
follow the process. You know what? You can think he is, you can think he isn't. However, under a court of law, he's
Yeah.
innocent.
That's
So
true.
that's
Until
what
proven
you have to
guilty.
go with.
You need to have evidence, so it's
See
true.
what the process is. We just signed a linebacker. I want to see what our young guys do. I want to see
That's
what
true.
Jimenez does. I want to see what Lorenzo Carter does. We drafted these guys for a year, for a reason. We've had them for 2 years. We've developed these players. Let's develop our players. Let's stop taking other guys because they did so great for another team. Let's get back on track let's get our young, developed players, raw, potential, watch them grow, root with the team. We have been such a bad team for the last 4 or 5 years that's what a losing culture does. I understand it. You want the playmaker. You want the guy out there that is a phenomenon. However, money, it comes into it. Attitude comes into it. Is he coachable? Is he willing to learn? All those things that Judge said in his interview are coming to fruition as we're watching last year's draft and this year's draft. Now, we know that if they have a problem, Judge isn't going to really look at them. He's going to take them off their big board. So I really don't
His
see
pops.
Parsons coming here. And if
I hope
look at all the
Hi,
interviews.
Pops.
It's
That's
Pop?
Daddy.
Yeah, he can't hear y'all, but I agree with what Joel is saying a lot there. I mean, especially when you brought up and you briefly touched on it, we just signed a linebacker, and I think that's a very underrated signing.
Oh, he's
Reggie
young.
Ragland, who we picked up yesterday, really can be our second middle linebacker next
He's
week.
our
Is
linebacker.
he good or what? Is
Yeah,
he good?
He's pretty good.
He's gonna be
he's
the
a
second middle
good
linebacker,
player.
Bobby.
You know, in Sports Fury Discord last night, what's his name? Don. You ever hear Donnie the Couch?
No.
This guy kept laughing because we picked him up. I said, "What was wrong with him?" He says, "Oh, he stinks." I don't know. I never heard of him.
I mean, he is.
You said he's good.
He's gonna be good because he's gonna be next to Martinez. Like he's not a number one
okay,
linebacker
that's
good, but he's
then.
the number
Yeah,
2
yeah,
linebacker.
if he's with
And
Martinez.
at least now one of our MLBs can cover better than a Chihuahua, so that's a good thing.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
not only
okay,
Yo,
so I didn't
right?
know that. Because
You think-
stinks.
You think our red zone since we got Kyle from the Vikings, you think our
Rudolph.
red zone will be
Yeah.
Rudolph? You think our red zone will be really good?
Not
Yeah,
really.
guys,
but
go
I
ahead.
think
Yeah,
they'll
just
not
be
give
really
your
good,
thoughts on
but
that.
good enough.
Yeah,
Good enough.
better than last
Yeah.
year.
Yeah.
Are we going to get rid of Engram?
Oh yeah, I think we got to.
Can we get rid
I
of his
think-
sticky ass? Oops.
I think we might release what's his name, Smith, the tight end.
No. Get rid. No.
I'll
Smith
say
is
this.
I
We-
like Caden Smith as a
I'll say
blocking
this: we
tight
have currently 4 tight ends on the roster. One of them is
Yeah.
gonna go. I don't know if it's
Whoa,
Ingram,
whoa, whoa.
Toilolo, or Smith. But
We
it's gonna
want,
be
who
one of
wants Ingram to go? Me.
Hey, let's not forget, Judge likes to run that ball inside the
Yeah.
5-yard line. He's going to take 3 or 4 downs. All of them, they're good. He's
And
going to
that's-
pound that rock.
That's another reason people are going to be saying Daniel Jones didn't have a good enough stats. Well, it's because we're pounding the rock Just stop saying, oh, he
Exactly.
doesn't have over 4,500 yards and 30 touchdowns, because the touchdowns are coming from whoever our running back is.
Yeah, well, he's still got a great arm. Still, Daniel
Yeah.
Jones has a great
Yeah,
arm.
Danny
still.
Dimes, man. Yeah, he's still got a
I
good arm.
think if we have Saquon, Daniel Jones would only have like 3,800 yards and like 25 touchdowns. I just want the interceptions to be below 13.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I don't
Below
care if
10
he's a
at
Hall
least.
of Fame quarterback. I just want him to not throw away the game.
He cut everything in
Our
half
offensive
last
line
year.
looks better though.
Yeah.
He reduced his fumbles. He reduced his interceptions. That's all everybody wanted, right? Well, apparently they're not
Hey,
happy with it.
remember those three, and half of those, maybe like those 3 interceptions came from Evan Ingram. So
Yep.
can't get mad.
The only game where you could say he really threw away the game and everyone else is doing good, but he was terrible, was the Bucks game.
Hey, Hub.
Oh, come on. Wasn't he injured?
Bucks
though?
game.
No.
No.
Oh, I thought he was
Bucks game,
injured.
he had 2 interceptions, remember? And they were both stupid interceptions where he threw them into like
You
double
meant the
coverage.
Steelers game, because he had 2 interceptions, 2 of them by defensive tackles.
Yeah, no.
I mean,
both
TJ
of them,
Watt
he
still
had
had
both
defensive
games. He had
tackles,
2
stop the cap.
interceptions.
Was
Hey,
that the
oh,
game
wow.
after
He
the Seattle game?
He did
He wasn't in the
cost
Seattle
us
game.
against the Rams.
Yeah,
He
the
did
Rams he
kinda
cost us
cost it.
technically. He cost us the
Yeah.
Bucks game. He you know what? He cost us the Steelers game because that one drive where he threw an interception to a D tackle
Yeah.
would have been
From
one
a
of the
D
longest
tackle.
drives in
Oh,
Giants
yeah.
history.
Yeah.
Hey, Hub.
I
I got a
remember
question
that.
for you.
You're muted.
What's up, Joel? Yeah.
Do you believe? Because I thought of this the other day when I was in Big Blue in the Bronx's stream. Do you feel that Kyle Rudolph could have been brought here on a 2-year deal to maybe teach Evan Ingram how to be a professional player and how to catch the ball?
Nah.
No, he's
Bro, that's the
out.
coach's
Ingram
job.
out.
I don't think so.
But
No. You said to teach him how to catch the ball, Joel. That's a
How
coach's
to
job.
play-
That's
I could
not.
teach
That's,
the man. I could teach the
that's-
man how to catch the football correctly.
that's not Kyle Rudolph's job.
Loki could
Like
even
this,
catch the
diamond
ball.
shape, boy. Diamond.
Alright, that
You're not
was-
doing this
He
stuff.
can teach him how to block better. Maybe.
Mike Nixon could coach him how to catch the ball.
My dog can teach him how to catch the ball better.
Yeah,
Okay,
with his
but-
mouth.
You know how I'm always talking about competition and bringing guys in to compete and not and learn off of each other and how to be a professional. I mean, if you look at Rudolph's career, he's had a phenomenal career the last 2
He's
years.
an underrated
okay?
player.
Listen, if Engram's
Yeah.
playing with somebody like that, it's like what did Eli do for Daniel Jones? Okay, I'm kind of looking at the same scenario. Can Rudolph be that type of player / person to take Ingram under his wing and say, look, this is how you do it. This is what you practice. This is what you strive for.
I think that he can do that. I don't think he was brought in to do that though.
You don't
No.
think so?
No,
He
I
was
think he
brought in to
can
be
do
like
it though,
a
but that I don't think he was. I think he was brought in to be just a
blocker.
legit consistent blocking tight end that also could catch because on his career
Hasn't
he's
dropped the ball in 2
68%.
years.
He catches 68% of his passes, and yeah, he hasn't dropped the ball in 2 years. Like I think we brought him in to be a very good future tight end, but he can do that. I'll say that he can do that.
All right.
Yeah,
Just throwing something out there that's outside the loop.
I feel like Kyle was meant for a red zone threat, and maybe for third downs.
The only complaint that I have about Kyle Rudolph is I think he runs like a 7.99. That's it. Everything else
And
is
the speed,
he doesn't need
but
to
look,
be extremely fast.
look at Travis Kelce.
Travis
Not
Kelce,
fast.
He's fast for a 240-pound guy, but
Yes, very.
I mean,
Yeah,
I don't know
that's
why you're
true, but
focusing on the
still.
speed.
I don't care
Logan.
about speed.
Yeah.
The dude
As
is
long
like
as he doesn't-
6'6", bro.
As
He's
long
been
as he
very
doesn't drop a
consistent.
pass, as long as
For
he
real,
doesn't
for
drop a pass, I'm
6'6",
good.
bro.
6'6".
He's been an extremely consistent receiving
Yeah.
tight end, even though his forte is blocking.
Yeah.
For real.
I've always thought Kyle Rudolph was one of the most underrated players in the league.
Did he get ripped off in the playoffs?
What happened?
Did he get ripped off in the playoffs because there was pass interference on him? Or
Kyle
defensive-
Rudolph?
Did they call it?
I
No,
don't
that
think
was
so.
on Nikhil Roby Coleman in the.
Oh, I thought it was
2019.
one of the tight ends on the Minnesota Vikings.
No, it was the Rams.
Oh, the Rams. Okay.
Yeah.
Remember when he banged his helmet into him and like flung him, but they didn't call it pass interference?
Yeah.
in the championship?
But I do like how I wanted him last year on that team. Rudolph.
Oh, last month people were saying let's sign Kyle Rudolph, and everyone was like, it's never gonna happen. Stop the cap. And now that we did it, everyone's happy.
Well, you know who's a good coach is Joe Judge. He makes the fans happy.
Yeah, Joe Judge is a future Giants coach, man. That dude is
So
a
who we
franchise
drafting,
coach.
Pitts or Rousseau at 11?
It depends what we finish with the free agency with.
Man,
Oh,
I would love
maybe
to get
Pitts.
Kyle Pitts at 11. If we
Yeah.
release Evan Ingram,
Yes.
We're releasing Evan Ingram. It's
No, we're not.
Why
happening.
not?
I was joking about that, by the way.
We're not releasing Evan Ingram.
Why not?
Joe
Why
Judge
do you
loves
not
him for
like
some
him?
reason.
Because Joe
Yeah.
Judge is like flirting with him.
Ugh.
How many
Yeah.
12 personnel packages did the Giants run last year? 40%?
Yeah.
Sorry, what?
How many 12 personnel, 2 tight end sets? Judge and Garrett love running tight end sets.
True.
Garrett-
Good call.
Garrett's offense is designed behind the run.
We
And
have
well,
we have
okay,
agreed on
really.
one thing before though, Joe, is that if we get better and more weapons, the offense is probably going to change.
I still,
Who are we gonna get? Who we
I
gonna
don't-
get rid of?
I don't see Judge giving up on the amount of talent that Ingram has, and I think that the Rudolph thing is to bring him here to get the talent out of him. Because
All
next
Evan
year-
Ingram has to do is catch the ball, and he's automatically a top 5 tight end with his
Yeah,
talent.
that's literally all he got to do. I will say though, I got a
Catch the
question
ball.
here from Edward Chan. He says Anthony Harris signed a 1-year, $5 million deal with the Eagles. What are your guys' thoughts? He's a pretty solid safety, but to be honest with you, Edward, I'm not really scared of the Eagles right now.
How
bro.
do the
What team
Eagles
is
even
he
afford
from?
to sign anybody, bro?
Yeah,
have no
they're
idea.
poor.
man,
It's only for 1 year for $5 million.
The
That-
Eagles
yeah,
look
it's-
like
it's a
the
good
homeless
deal.
people on the road saying, "Can I have some
Listen.
money, please?"
It's a good
Oh,
deal
yeah.
for a good
Oh, that's a
what
good
you
one,
would call
Logan.
it, for a good player, but I'm not particularly concerned about anything.
I like Logan.
Yeah,
Logan, you're
I
cool.
mean, I'm not either. But I have a bold prediction.
Yes.
If we get Kenny Golladay, I believe we will have a top 10 offense and
We
a
will.
top 5 defense.
Yes.
we will, because our run game will be really good.
Yeah.
Trust. And our
Yeah.
run game will be
Big
really good.
trust.
I don't like our running
Big
back,
trust.
Booker. Ugh, no.
Mhm.
Well, Saquon's our running
He's a
back.
good backup running back.
Yeah, but Booker,
Saquon's our main running back.
but he has to be
Booker's
healthy,
only
though.
a
The
backup.
thing,
Booker's
thing-
only a backup, and he did
Yeah.
good last year for
Yeah.
the Raiders.
Yeah, but he was only their running back recently.
Mark my words.
No,
Saquon
no,
is
no,
winning
no,
comeback
no.
player of the year.
He was the number 2.
He was right
Oh,
behind
yeah,
Josh
yeah.
Jacobs.
Okay.
Mark my words. Saquon's winning comeback player of the year.
Yeah, I want
Yeah.
Bro, all
I
Saquon
like
has to do to win the award is stay healthy and just run.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the
And
dude's
the
a
offensive
walking
line
1,000-yard
can't do what
season.
happened in week 1, except part of that was Saquon just trying to do too much behind the line.
We're not a top 10 offense unless we figure out what's going on with the guard position.
Yeah.
I'm telling you right now, my
it's
dream,
Jason Garrett's
Matt
play.
Hurt.
my dream for this draft in the offseason is if we sign Golladay, get yourself that Patrick Surtain at 11 in the corner, Wyatt Davis the guard in the second round, and I think that really ups our offensive line, and then get somebody like another weapon, maybe a Tamorian Cherry in the third. That's been my
You know
dream.
who likes Pert a lot, right, guys?
I love
You
Matt
want to
Pierce.
know something?
You know who likes Pert?
I'm
I
still,
love Pierce.
I'm still.
No, I'm thinking
Under-
somebody else that was on the other
Wait,
night.
hold up. Let Mike say what he got to say. What
Oh,
you
sorry,
saying,
Mike.
I'm still on the train of drafting Waddle, even if we signed up.
Oh, you just want to overload on weapons.
Yeah,
This
Oh,
is
that's
what,
that will mean no excuses for Daniel Jones.
Even if we get a third-round receiver, I still think
here-
it's no
here's
excuses.
another thing that would mean no excuses for
We
Daniel
could get
Jones.
Warren Jackson.
In my opinion, I know he's a big, tall dude. I think Matt Pert could play guard. He could.
No.
My dream scenario is honestly the best pass protector in the draft for right tackle, Christian Darrisaw.
Oh.
No, man. Matt Pierce for a tackle.
Christian Darrisaw is the best pass protector in the draft.
What team
Yeah, I
is he
think
from?
Virginia Tech.
Oh,
But, yeah,
never heard him.
I'll say.
Hey, guess who
yeah,
guess
go
who
ahead.
likes Pert? who likes Pert. Remember, she liked Pert.
Yeah, we
He's
know
a
Bobby.
tackle, though. We talked
I know,
about his
Steffi.
character, Bobby.
Steffi liked Pert.
Shout out
She
to
knows her football.
she does. Shout out to Authentic in the chat along with other
Oh,
members.
can he
because,
come on? Can he come on?
Yeah, sure. Why not? I'll swing him the
Yeah,
link.
I want him on. I haven't talked to him in a long time. He's my homie from Washington, D.C. He's my homie.
He might be busy, but let's see. If he pulls up, he pulls up. Yeah, I was gonna say the next question from the chat. I just sent the link to him on Twitter. Oh, he in the
Good.
car. He says.
Oh,
There
he's
you
in the
go.
car.
Shout out to Marjorie
Oh, okay.
Simmons in here as well. Marjorie, as usual, with the updates, informing
she's
us on
good.
the Anthony Harris deal. And then I got a question from Jaden. He says, how many wins do we have this season? Well, that's an open-ended question, but as of right
Like
now, how
10.
many wins do you say
I
we'll get?
say 10.
10.
17 weeks.
I'm
17.
gonna say we will be 9-8.
I'm gonna say 10.
10.
Okay. Look, we could beat the Chargers. We could beat the Panthers. We could beat the Falcons. We could beat
1, 2,
I think-
3.
The Eagles
we could beat
the
the
twice.
Panthers.
Falcons.
We could beat the Panthers. We could beat the Eagles twice.
The Bears.
But we could beat the Bears.
Oh,
We
come
could
on.
beat
We
the
could
Bears.
beat the Bears. The Bears stink this year. You got
We
Andy Dalton
could've.
Uh,
as quarterback.
We could beat in my opinion, Saints are gonna be not so good next year. I think we could beat the
Yeah, I
Saints.
mean,
Well,
Also,
it's
You want
their
to know
quarterback.
something?
Saints
You
You
can
want
beat.
to know something? If we play the Chiefs early, I think we can beat them.
I don't know
nah, we're
about
not gonna
that.
beat the Chiefs.
I don't think so.
No.
Let's do the schedule real quick. Just to,
They
we'll
got
look
too
up
many.
Yeah, I got the
weapons.
schedule right here.
They
Guys,
have the
uh,
schedule up already?
It's not
What
scheduled.
dates
It's just the
are?
opponents.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
All right, list them off, and I'll
12
keep
and 5.
I'll keep count.
Giants are going 12-5.
Joel, I know you're.
I
I know
like
you're
that.
joking.
I like 11.
I like
and
12
7. I
and
like
5.
11
I
and
like
7.
12
I'm not
and
five.
Joel saying 12 and 5. Seriously?
Stop the cap, boy.
I like
11 and
12
7.
and
I like
5
11
too.
and 6.
I like 12 and 5. I'm not gonna say 15 and 1. I'm not gonna do that. I like 12 and 5.
Here,
I'm
let me
looking
get
back. I'm looking back in time when we had Bill Parcells at 3 and 13, whatever it was.
Mm-hmm.
The following year, we were a darn good team. We look at Coughlin. What was his
Mhm.
first year?
Not very
Look at his-
good.
Look at his second year when Eli progressed.
I wasn't
Then the
alive
third
then, so
year-
you guys can.
And then the,
Yeah,
then the
we're
third
all
year, what happened?
farts.
Man, I remember the 2016 Giants, man.
Listen,
Good
the
team, man.
2016 Giants that weren't nothing to what
They were frauds.
Coughlin had
Bruh,
and what Parcells
let's-
had.
Joel, how
Let's
about
look
this?
back-
Let's go over the schedule, and plus the 17th game is probably going to be Miami, so let's
Yes,
include
it is.
them. And you just tell me if you, and let's list, see if you
Well,
think.
okay.
How many? Okay, so here we go.
We gotta play Miami this week
When?
here.
No,
Yeah,
if there's a
alright.
17th game, that's who
Now,
our
hold
opponent's
on.
gonna be.
Before he does that,
Oh.
the bye weeks could be very important, so that could hinder the win-loss.
Hmm
Yeah,
So there's
Alright.
2 bye weeks.
let's
Oh,
so
2 bye
you,
weeks this year.
you keep
Okay.
you keep count whichever way you can. All right, home we got the Falcons. You think we can win?
Mhm.
Yes, we go beat
Yeah,
the
we're gonna win.
Falcons at home.
Panthers,
Yep.
Yes.
Raiders,
Well,
Yes.
Yes.
hold on, Panthers.
Yes.
Panthers,
Panthers-
Falcons, and Raiders.
Is that at Carolina or is that we don't know that yet?
No, that's home. That's
Come
home.
on, New Jersey.
home.
Oh, at
That's
home.
home.
That's a
I'm
win.
listing the home ones first. All right, the Raiders are going to be home, and so are the Falcons. All right,
Yeah, we gotta beat those 3.
Denver's going to be home.
Yeah, we'll beat
Yep.
Denver.
Rams are going to be home.
We'll
That's
beat
a loss.
the Rams. We
We're
beat
not
the
beating-
Rams.
Mm-mm.
That's
The
a loss
Rams
for
are my
the
the Rams are my Super Bowl pick.
Hey,
Rams.
wait! We only lost to them by 4 points
Bobby,
this year.
We beat
The
them.
Rams
We
just
lost
lost.
by 8. All right, Dallas. W.
At
We
home
beat
or
Dallas.
At home.
the first one's at home, so that's a win.
All right, Philly. That's a win.
Yeah.
Washington.
At home or away?
That's a win.
At home.
At home. We should beat Washington at home.
All right, this is the away games. Kansas City.
That's a loss.
Lost.
Win.
Chargers.
Win.
Chargers.
Win.
The
That's
Buccaneers.
away. No,
Win.
the Chargers.
Chargers gonna be win.
The
The
Buccaneers.
Chargers, we could lose that game being away going
We could
out
beat
to
the
the West
Buccaneers.
Coast.
All
We
right,
could beat the Buccaneers.
all right, New Orleans,
I'll
That's a
win.
win.
Chicago,
Win.
That's a
Dallas,
win.
win.
Dallas away,
That's a loss.
Win.
Philadelphia
No,
away,
Win.
That's a
Win.
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 Washington away. That's it.
Win.
All right, so
Yo,
how
Yo,
many
okay,
wins?
Logan. Stop for a second. I'm gonna go one by one. Y'all counted a lot of W's. Bobby, how many
Yeah,
wins
they
did you count?
did.
You had like
I
16
think
double
12.
wins, bro.
I think I counted
You counted 12?
wins.
Okay, Joel, how many did you count? Did you count your
I-
12? Because you said 12 and 5 originally.
I counted. I said Washington away is a loss. Dallas was a loss. The Chargers could be a loss. And I said that Kansas West Coast traveling, that affects the team big time.
And the Chargers are not just an easy team to beat. They're
Yeah.
not.
No, they're not.
Justin
that's
Herbert
obvious.
is not some bum QB that you're like.
No, that's true. I
I think-
forgot about him. He's a good
I think
quarterback.
that could be a loss for the Giants.
So how
And
many
then
did you
I
count?
said
How many
Kansas
wins did you
City.
count?
I counted
Maybe.
5 losses.
5 losses on that's
Yep.
16 games. So that's 11. Oh, wow, you
17.
were really close. That's 11 and 5.
In my
right there.
opinion, though, if our defense plays well, versus Kansas
It's
City,
going
I
to
think
be.
we can keep it by 1 score. I don't think we're gonna
Yeah.
get blown out.
I
What
hope.
about the Rams? I think we could beat the Rams.
Wait,
Nah,
before we
no.
get to
Not
that
Super Bowl
question,
pick.
let me get
No.
how much Zeke got and
We
how much
lost
Mike
by
got.
them by 4 points
We lost
last
to them
year.
by 8.
Hold
by
up.
8.
Bobby.
Hold up.
Chill.
Okay.
Let's get how much wins that Zeke and Mike got, and then Logan, and then we're gonna get into your Rams question. Zeke, how many wins you got?
I'll say 10 and 6.
Mike, how
10
many
and
did
6
you get?
I say 10 and 7.
And then
Or
Logan,
10
how
and
many did you
6.
count?
I think we go 11 and 6 in my opinion.
I personally counted like 9 to 10. I'm not saying 11 or 12.
I'm just
I said
trying.
like 9 to 10. I think Bobby's frozen. Are you back, Bobby?
No, I'm fine.
Okay then. But yeah, I'm saying 9 to 10. Now we could get into debating whatever you want to debate. So he was saying the Rams. Listen, bro.
The
We're gonna
Rams
have
got
to have
Matt
another
Stafford
perfect
now, by the
defensive
way.
game against the Rams to win against them. Is that
Mhm.
possible? 100%. It's possible. But I don't think
Yes.
it's just gonna be a walk-away win.
No, it's going to be a tough game. You only lost by 8 points last year.
They also got a better quarterback now,
Who's
Yeah.
that quarterback?
Matthew Stafford.
Matt Stafford.
Matt Stafford.
Oh, I'm not worried about it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Stop the cat. The Rams.
I
are my
am.
Super Bowl pick.
I'm not
I
worried
am.
about Matthew Stafford.
I
The
am.
Rams are my Super Bowl pick.
He's way. He Bobby. He's way better than
Excuse me.
Jared Goff.
Oh,
He's-
okay, yeah, that's true. Yeah, I got
Jared
it.
Goff looks like a creepy uncle, bro.
Creepy uncle. Now you don't want to break this dinner. Creepy uncle.
But now,
Logan, you're awesome. I like your comments.
but now, if we can beat Washington twice or Dallas twice, I mean, that's still only 4 losses.
Yeah. And Dallas twice.
I
Yeah.
think our days of sweeping. If the Washington gets a better quarterback, I think our days of our sweeping Washington are over with that defense.
That's why I said Fitzpatrick there. I mean, is he the greatest thing? No, but you know what?
They're gonna get Mac Jones. If the Patriots don't take Mac Jones to develop under Cam, they're taking Mac Jones.
Yeah, well,
The only reason I said that
Stop the
if
cat.
we play Kansas City early, I think we can beat them, is because their O line.
That's a good
I
point.
think
yeah, that is a good
Mhm.
point, Mike.
And if we get
I
Kenny
think-
Golladay.
yeah.
Yeah, but we have to worry about Patrick Mahomes, though.
One player's not.
Who's
Well,
go-
we saw
Bobby,
what
who's
happened in the
gonna
Super Bowl,
protect
Bobby,
them?
when their offensive line was bad.
Who's gonna protect them?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Good point.
And they don't got a good run game either.
No, they don't. No, true.
Patrick
Clyde
Mahomes.
Edwards-Helaire is not a good running back.
Are you stop the cat, bro? Clyde Edwards-Helaire is above average, bro. You just said
I
Clyde
didn't
Edwards-Helaire is
say
not a
that.
good running back. I know. I'm talking to whoever said that. Who said Clyde Edwards-Helaire is not a good
I
running
will
back?
say,
Stop
I'm not
that.
going to get into the debate right now because y'all into it, but what they said was running game, not running back. There's a difference.
The running game, that's what I mean.
I'll
Yeah.
tell you what. I think they got a pretty good running.
Logan cracks me up. He gets emotional. Logan, you're
Yeah,
awesome.
mid-
As an LSU fan, whoever said Clyde Edwards-Helaire is not a good running back, stop the cap. Just
He
stop.
is a
Once
good
again,
running
they
back.
never said that. So
Oh, what
here's-
did they say?
You're gonna make me
Yeah,
repeat
running
again?
game.
I said running
Running
game
game.
is what they said, not running back. So I'm
Yeah, but
assuming.
Joel said the
I'm
running back.
assuming
Yeah.
they mean the offensive line is going to factor in heavy into that. But
Yeah.
I do agree. Yeah,
Mhm.
obviously Clyde Edwards-Helaire is a good running back.
In my opinion, that's a 3+ sack game for Leo.
What about their wide receivers?
No, it
though?
really depends on when we play. Kind of like Mike said, it's not
Right.
going to be a 3+ sack game. Like just any time. It depends on when we play them
Yeah.
because it depends
That's true.
how well that offensive line is going to gel. I mean, they still haven't
Yeah.
replaced their tackles yet. I think they've only signed guards.
Yeah,
I
that's
got
true.
a really
Well,
I
they
got a
do
really good
have
question.
Lucas Niang, who they
Oh.
drafted last year, and I think he's solid. I think he's solid.
I want opening week for us so bad to be Monday night against the Eagles. I want that so much.
Yeah, me
Would
too.
Would y'all like Xavier McKetty? Cause somebody that could probably guard Tyreek Hill will be basically James Bradbury, of course, right?
We're gonna have
And
we're gonna have to play 220 Tampa around Tyreek Hill.
yeah, that's what
Yeah.
Tampa 2 or cover 4 probably or cover 3.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to play 220 Tampa.
Here's the
around
thing, right?
Tyreek Hill.
We
That's
don't
like double
even
coverage, yeah.
we don't even need to worry about it. I got faith in I got faith in Patrick Graham to figure out whatever he needs to
Yeah.
figure out to take care of that.
Yeah, he's a good.
If he
He's a
figure
great
out
coach.
if he figure out the Bucks, he could figure out the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah.
So
If we
He's a great coach.
if we play
Mhm.
220 Tampa around Tyreek Hill, or as long as we keep Bradbury underneath and a safety over the top to double cover him, I'll be good.
I'd rather put Xavier McKetty over Logan Ryan because he's more faster.
Yeah.
Yeah, Logan Ryan's good though.
Why did we
Logan Ryan's
sign?
really good, but I'd rather put him in the corner spot and put Xavier McKetty at safety.
I just want to get into the fact of why did we sign Logan Ryan long term? Like I don't get
That's
It's
that.
not long term. It's a 3-year deal. That's technically a
3-year,
2-year deal.
That 3-year
Yeah,
deal,
that's true,
that
but
was
I
not
still
worth
like
it.
it.
I'm sorry. That 3-year deal was not worth it. Too much money.
I'm gonna tell you all this, right? I don't like it either, but at the same time, I recognize why they did it. He is the leader on
A
the
really good-
defense, and he's
You know
also
what?
a good
I
mentor
like
for
him.
the
And he's a
younger
veteran.
safeties.
He's
And a veteran.
great. He's a good player.
But
The
where
New
Sorry.
York Giants like to run a 3 safety defense too.
that's
Yeah.
true.
So yeah.
So
So
that's-
Xavier McKetty will be a really good slot corner though too, because he played that good in
Mm.
college.
Darnay's our slot.
Yeah, the
Who?
thing is
Yeah.
like he could be, but like we have somebody there. I like him where he is,
Yeah.
which is at safety.
I'm
Ar-
sticking. Sorry.
Arjun says encouraging news for Giants fans. According to Art Stapleton, free agent wide receiver Kenny Golladay visits with New York went well, and the team is optimistic they will get a deal done. I mean, I am as well.
Hallelujah.
Wait, what? They might make a deal?
The team is optimistic about it.
They gave him.
Also, I'm sticking with saying Darnay was
Oh, they gave him a deal, so it's Kenny
No,
Galladay's
they're
choice?
optimistic about it. Zeke, they're optimistic about it.
Yeah, that's good.
to get starting to get off track here, but I'm gonna stick with Darnay Holmes as the best corner out of that draft class.
Yeah.
As of right
Yeah.
now, that's a hot take. I won't
Yeah.
agree with it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
but
not-
Darnay Holmes is a really good slot.
Yeah, and I
Corner.
also don't think people that say Jeff Okuda is a bust, I just don't understand because he was injured the whole year, so you can't just say he's a bust automatically.
Right? That
ya-
exactly.
Would y'all like
The dude, the dude
Logan
literally
Ryan-
played like 2 games.
Only 2 games?
I could be wrong on that, but I'm pretty he wasn't out there a lot.
Not to mention his first NFL snap was getting mossed by Devontae Adams. That also doesn't help your confidence that much.
Yeah.
Right.
Would y'all like what you call it? Yeah, guys like Yadam to be get replaced by Logan Ryan, cause that would be good.
Logan Ryan's
that-
not fast enough to play corner.
But he was top corner in last year.
But Logan Ryan in his interview also even said he can't play corner anymore. He just isn't there anymore. He said that in
Right.
an interview with the Giants.
He did?
Yeah.
Zeke, you just got to
Oh.
look at him to realize as well.
I gotta get a drink. I'll be right
Go
back.
ahead. Dominic says, I
Let's
love
take
our
him.
secondary. A bunch of great dudes. They have great chemistry, and their skill set is very high.
And they have a
Logan
great
Ryan
coach,
is
too.
a great leader of that pack. I agree. And then NFL DNA says, would you be fine if the Giants draft a receiver at 11 after signing Golladay? I would. In my opinion,
Yeah.
it would be kind of overkill, but I'm not going to be against it. I'm definitely not going to complain if that happens. I would
No.
be excited if that happens.
Yeah.
We hardly we
Yo.
got rid of a couple of them anyway, right?
Right
How
now,
how great would it be if Jamar Chase is there at 11 and
I don't think
we
he
have
dropped that far.
Golladay?
It would be
Somebody
great,
said
but
he's
that's a
not gonna
dream.
drop them.
I
Right.
know.
right,
The
right
other
now,
guy
I
at
feel
11
that
is
any
good,
position
right?
that we could
Cup.
draft and be happy with it. We could get any position. We could go cornerback. We could go alignment if we trade down. Right now, Judge and Gettleman have just put together some quality players for depth, some quality
Oh,
players.
that's what Zeke looks
Or-
like. Hi, Zeke.
It's good.
Well, you're young. How old are you?
I'm 15.
Me
I don't
and
look like
Joel,
it, right?
they old farts on this show. And Logan, you're only 15, right?
No, I'm
He's
under
like
15.
13.
You're only 13?
I'm gonna turn 13 on the 1st.
Why?
No.
Oh, that's Open the Day baseball. On April Fool's Day. Wow.
I'm
What-
sad.
what-
I'm saddened to know that I share a birthday with Logan Paul. That just disgusts me.
With who?
Logan Paul.
Who's Logan Paul?
He's that. Remember a few years back, he's that guy that filmed somebody hanging themselves in like Suicide Forest or something like that. Or no, he filmed and laughed about finding a dead body and posted it.
Oh,
on
no, I never heard of that guy before.
Yeah.
He's the
You're
one that
one-
wants
you're
to
one-
fight Floyd Mayweather.
You're the chosen one if you haven't heard of him before. You're lucky.
Thank God I never heard of that sicko.
I was going to ask you guys an interesting question. We've talked about Golladay and wanted him all stream so far, but how much are you paying him? Because there's reports that saying his price is all over the place. There's some people that say he's going to go really cheap, and like we saw Juju go for just $8 million a year today. There's reports saying, he wants 18.5. So it's literally all over the
Golladay.
spectrum. So go
Well,
ahead.
then he said he would
He
go.
wants 18.5 million.
I would only pay him 15.
What about
Yeah,
17?
and so would I. And I'm sure everybody on this panel would love
Oh, real quick.
18.5 million.
Real quick, so
What about
Max
17
Webster is
million?
in the back right now, another member, but I could only have 6 people on at once. So, does anybody volunteer to switch out in a couple minutes for Max, and then I'm gonna switch you guys in? No, Max, you're coming on. I haven't had you on in a while. You're gonna come on. All right, you know what? I'll do it randomly then, but in a couple minutes I'll switch one of y'all out and to just have Max on. Actually, I'm gonna split it into 3s. It's gonna be me, Bobby, Joel, and Zeke, and then I'll be Mike, and then Logan and Max. We'll just split it like that. But yeah. So with that being said, I'm gonna pop Mike and Logan out for now. I'm gonna get you guys to answer this question, and then I'm gonna bring back the other 3. Go ahead. How much
That
would
works.
you pay Golladay?
I say 17 million.
I'll give him 18. Wait, it says right here the Giants don't. Well, it's very interesting, very hot with it. So I don't know. It says it on here on Twitter too.
I could 14 a year, 56 million with probably 28 guaranteed.
14 a year? Oh, that's cheap.
Well, then he
For-
said he would
Because
go
it,
cheap
me
anyway.
personally, because it's
No,
injuries.
Golladay never said anything about where he would
Oh,
go
I
for.
thought he said he would go cheap.
It's not only injuries, it's the politics behind the scene that happened in Detroit. We know nothing really about that.
Well, look at what his
And
quarterback was,
that's
Matthew
the
Stafford.
That's the question that the Giants and everybody wants to know, because there were more teams interested in Golladay, but none of them pulled the trigger because nobody really knows what went on.
Mm.
I'm seeing people saying 15 a year, 14 a year, 16. Crimson says 3 years, 38 million. Wow, 338. That's
That's
cheap.
That's
I
That's
would
well.
definitely go for that.
Yeah,
That's-
but I think 17 will make him happy.
All right, let me quickly pop y'all out and then get the other 3 on and see what they're saying. All right, guys. So what do you guys think? By the way, welcome on, Max. You know what? First off, Max, let me get your whole thoughts on the Kenny Golladay situation.
Yeah, man, it's interesting. I'm definitely confused on why it is taking so long, but it sounds like things went well today. It sounds like the Giants are going to end up signing him. I would be surprised if it doesn't happen tomorrow. But yeah, as far as what I'd be, are you asking what I think he's going to get paid, or what?
Yeah, what do you think he's going to get paid?
Because those are two different questions.
You could answer both, but the original question was, what do you think he's going to get paid?
All along, I've been saying 4 years, $64 million, 16 per.
Mm-hmm.
That's just my guess.
I think he would accept 15.3. That's what I want to pay.
That's very specific, 15.3. NFL DNA. I already answered your question, by the way. And Mike, go ahead.
I was thinking around what Max said, 4 years, 64, 16 per.
Oh, you're kind of low, by the way, Mike, but I did hear you. For anybody that in the chat that probably didn't hear him, Mike also said 4 years, $64 million. Now, Mike, well, Max actually answered the next question and the one you brought up yourself.
Yeah, how much am I willing to pay him?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going over 18. If more than 18 is the conversation, then I'll pass.
Get out.
I'll get a better corner, and I'll draft my wide receiver in the first round. It's not as sure of a thing like a lot of people have brought up, but in a cap situation like this, I'm not willing to pay him more than 18. But I also, Dave Gettleman and Joe Judge have worked this 3-year contract thing the entire time they've been together. Last offseason and so far this offseason for people they plan on keeping around anyways. And I think it might take an extra year to get Kenny Golladay, which is why I gave the prediction of 4 and 64.
Okay. What's your limit for him then, Mike?
I mean, obviously not 18.5 million. I'm not paying him. Probably between 15 and 16.
That's your max would be like 15, 16?
Huh?
I said your max would be like 15 to 16?
Yeah.
Okay, and what about you, Logan?
15 to 16.
Wow, okay, you guys actually have pretty, well, not, I wouldn't say pretty low, but you have lower ceilings than I expected. I kind of expected 18, like that was Max's ceiling, around 18 to be what it is, because that's around what he was valued anyway before, like, all these wide receivers started going so cheap. And quickly, let me read this comment by Marjorie here. She says, the Giants should have around $6.9 million in cap space. If they sign Kenny Golladay, you would assume it's a multi-year deal. A one-year deal would likely include a cap hit much larger than 6.9, which brings me to my next thing. Say we sign him to a multi-year deal, right? Do we sign anybody else for the rest of free agency, or is he the last guy?
It depends.
This is my ideal offseason. The way it's looking that it might unfold.
What up, Evan?
And not that I think it's going to happen, but I could totally see. I mean, we're bringing Adoree Jackson in here Sunday, right? So my train of thought is, you sign Kenny Golladay, you put a bulk of that contract, if it's a 4-year deal, like I suspect, between years 2 and 3. Then we look to trade Evan Engram. When that happens, we have enough cleared cap space to get Adoree Jackson in here for at least 2 years. And then you move into the draft and you solidify your offensive line in the first 2 rounds of the draft.
Mm-hmm.
If you can't get a guard right in the first 2 rounds, then there's a problem. So that's what I would look to do at this point. I look to structure it so that we can have Kenny Golladay, we'll offer him the 4-year deal so we can get him to take a little less this year as incentive, and then get Adoree Jackson in here for 2 with what we can.
I really think to get Adoree Jackson in here, you're going to have to do some witchcraft and wizardry, bro.
Restructure Bradbury and Martinez. Simple.
Is it is it really that simple? Because I was on Diggy's stream earlier today, and one thing we talked about is that at one point, like, pushing back deals, there is a limit, because you don't want to end up like the Eagles, where they push back all their contracts and they are where they are now.
Yes, because we're not restructuring, we're going to have to extend.
The only problem is, we go to Bradbury and Martinez twice
We already restructured them twice.
But that's why you look to extend and not just restructure, because it's good for them that they're having more. Like,
but here's the thing, right? From their point of view, if you're gonna extend them, they will want a bit more money because they've already proved. It's been 1 year, but they've already proven themselves to be worth more than their contract.
But you can structure it to have a little bit less this year.
You can, but what I'm saying is, if you're gonna structure and extend, they're gonna want more in the future, which is why I'm like, I'd rather leave it, let it play out, and then we'll get back to the table when we get back to the table with them. That's my whole thing with restructuring Martinez and Bradbury. In my opinion, it's not like as one and done.
Yeah, I mean, in all honesty, that's just my dream scenario. Unlike a lot of people, I don't see the Kyle Rudolph signing as we're trading Evan Engram before the season starts. What that signing tells me is he's not in the long-term plans for the New York Giants, and we might look to trade him at the trade deadline in the season. But I think he's still a part of this team moving into the year.
Oh, that's an interesting one. I didn't consider trade deadline. I always thought it was going to be he's gone now or he's staying the rest of the year.
Yeah, no, that's my opinion. I don't think he gets an extension contract.
He should.
But I also don't think he's gone before the draft.
Oh, yeah, Crimson brings up a good point. We still need money to sign Peppers next year. And also, for Saquon and whatnot. Well, which we haven't even invoked his fifth-year option yet, which is pretty cheap. I think it's only like $7.1 or $7.8 million for the fifth-year option for Saquon. Much. Like, I don't know why we haven't done it. I think that should be like easy peasy.
Speaking of that, if he has a good year next year, would you rather give him the fifth-year option or just extend him to a long-term deal?
Well, you put him on the fifth-year option kind of like you did with Leonard Williams, kind of like a franchise tag thing, right?
Yeah.
This year.
And you use that. If you want to extend him, then go do it. But if not, he's playing for $7 million on a fifth-year option.
Yeah, I do the fifth-year option into an extension, basically. So, like, I would like... In a perfect world, we'd give him the fifth-year option, and literally, like, halfway through the season or something, we work out an extension. Like, that's happened before with several players. And NFL DNA says, do we draft Pitts? I don't know. I don't think so. I think he might be out the cards. What do you guys think?
Yeah, Pitts is out of the cards, and I think so is Chaz Surratt.
I mean, unless we get rid of Engram before the trade deadline or before the draft, I should say. But I just don't see that happening.
Yeah, we already.
I think even if we get rid of him, we're not drafting Pitts.
Yeah.
So shout out to 85-second man for 85 con man for the $5 super chat. Thank you so much, man. He says, if we got Golladay, which side of the ball would I say is stronger? If we got Golladay, the defense is still stronger. The defense is still stronger, bro. Like, our defense last year was top 10. It's still stronger. Oh, nobody else is gonna answer that? Okay.
I mean,
the defense.
Who's going here? I don't want to interrupt anybody. I guess I can go. Nobody's talking now. I have high expectations for this defense, but like I've said several times, all those players last year played above expectations for themselves. To expect that out of everyone again for a second year isn't very realistic in my opinion. Now, as a unit, could they still be a great or above average defense? Yes, but I'm not expecting everyone to play at the level they did last year just because it's not a realistic thing to ask.
Yeah.
And then Mike?
I agree that the defense is stronger. But, I mean, if we get Golladay, like I said, I predict us to have a top 10 offense or around that and a top 5 defense, which the defense will be stronger still. And, yeah.
What do you guys think about it? I mean, it came up earlier. I'm going to bring it back up now. Chances of signing Micah Parsons. I mean, not signing, drafting Micah Parsons.
Not going to happen. I'll tell you why. You ready?
Because he's a pervert.
How long have we been interviewing Golladay?
That you know what?
chances
That's
are-
a good reason right there.
The chances alone, I mean, they were probably talking long before he even came to New York. So they've been in talks with this guy for how long? And now they've interviewed him and physicaled him for 2 days, and they still haven't signed him. There's no chance we take Parsons because of that alone.
That's a pretty good one. I mean, Mike, I know that you're a PSU fan, man, but that got to hurt a little bit, huh?
Yeah, but I mean, I'm sure Joe Judge is on Coach Spence to give him the inside scoop on Parsons because Spence was there when it happened.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not gonna say 0%, but I mean, we still don't know. Like, we're literally about 5 weeks or 4 weeks until the draft. Don't you think he would have heard something other than the reports that came out like 2 or 3 months ago?
I will say this: not only Spence, but Floyd Samuels brings up a good point. Cam Brown should know because he was in the linebacker room with Parsons.
And
Yeah.
I don't disagree with that, but I want
Sorry.
to ask Mike something else too, because, I mean, we spent all this time talking to Kenny Golladay, but what reports have been bad about him ever, even proven or unproven? I haven't heard anything bad about the guy as far as being a bad in the locker room, a bad teammate. Just the reports.
I
coming
will
out
say
enough.
this:
and
nobody heard anything bad about Deshaun until all this stuff came out. So there's
Yeah.
that.
Right. But I'm saying like that baggage alone, and to say that he could just ask Coach Spence or people on the team, well, why wouldn't Joe Judge have just reached out to Kyle O'Brien or Matt Patricia? He's probably got them both on speed dial. You know what I mean? So that's just why I don't believe it's going to happen. Micah Parsons is a great player. He would be a great piece to this defense if all of it is false. But I just don't see the New York Giants organization taking that step and leap of faith after what happened with DeAndre Baker, showing the amount of effort they're putting into looking to Kenny Golladay. I don't see Micah Parsons happening.
But with that being said, I'm gonna quickly switch you guys out for the other 3 guys in here. Welcome back.
Welcome
Russ.
back, guys.
Welcome back.
Going off, I'm gonna go over one question that I discussed with the other side of the panel, which was which side of the ball is better. I still think it's defense. I gave my thoughts there. What about you
Yeah,
guys?
defense. I say defense.
Defense, I guess. Yeah.
Well, let's run off some things that Max had. You know, talking about the defense and how realistic is it going to be that they're going to perform at the level they did last year. Let's look at the pieces that we're getting on the offensive side of the ball.
Yeah.
You know, let's look at the improvement that some of us are saying Daniel Jones can become. Barkley's going to be back and healthy.
He will.
Okay, we got another receiving core coming in. We've got players coming in.
Yep.
Right now, I'm going to say it's 50-50 until we get through training camp or practices or the spring OTAs, stuff like that. Let's see what some of the reports are coming out. But I like what Max did on that take. He's like, realistically, expectations for the defense is going to be above average.
Yeah.
However, our offense could be above average. So that's about how I would see it right now, Hub.
That's a pretty good answer. I will say I think the defense has a good chance of repeating what it did last year, mostly because of the confidence I had. I think not only in the coaching staff, but the coaching staff itself got better. I feel like we got better at the linebacking coaching spot just because those coaches know each other for a long time and they've worked together at the college level a long time in Pruitt and Scherer. So I feel like maybe that could help them improve a bit. And we are getting players back. You know, granted, if they stay healthy, we are getting Carter back, obviously off the Achilles.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we got better as a pass rushing group with Ifidi. I don't know. I feel like there's a good chance of us repeating what we did last year on the defensive side of the ball, but obviously it's not guaranteed.
No.
Well, let's also look at the second year of this of being in the system.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to get more difficult. Plays are going to get more in what's the word I'm looking for? In depth. They're not going to be basic plays anymore. I mean, you got to figure Graham's going to start really dialing up some of these defensive plays.
Yeah.
He's really good at hiding man coverage or zone, I should say. Giants ran a lot of zone last year, but was given a man-to-man look, and that really confused a lot of people. Hence why we kept Logan Ryan. You got that 3 safety. I'll tell you what, I'm excited about having McKinney in the backfield, Ryan in the backfield, Peppers back there, and then Bradbury on the corner. And now all we got to do is figure out that cornerback too. Martinez, he's going to be shadowing.
And we have our linebacker too as of right now, in my opinion.
And we got the guy from Notre Dame too. Don't forget him.
Jay Crowder. I mean, he's good. I expect good things from him this year. I mean, he really impressed for being a 7th-round draft pick, Mr. Irrelevant. He wasn't Mr. Irrelevant.
Yeah.
He was pretty relevant.
Right. What was the guy from Notre Dame?
We got a guy from Notre Dame. Oh, you talking about Julian Love?
Yes. That's who I like.
He could improve. He could improve a lot to the point where he becomes the second corner, actually. That's what a lot of people are hoping for.
Yeah, I like Julian Love.
I mean, we got the pieces. Judge, everything that we really complained about this whole offseason during your call-in shows or your live streams, Hogboard, or your podcast with the Young Guns, everything that we were worried about, Judge and Gettleman are doing right now. They're taking care of those positions. They're getting that depth. Is everything? No, it's not everything, but I didn't expect this to come in with a little bit of cap money that we had.
Yeah.
I really didn't expect Leo to sign for what he signed for. I thought it would have been a 5-year deal. How I have yet to see fan base as of lately really complain about Gettleman or Judge Golladay thing. I'm
Joe.
just throwing that out.
Joe, you cut out for a
the
second.
fan
The last thing we heard you say was this fan base, but then you cut out.
Oh, I'm sorry. This fan base, I'm just throwing that out because of Twitter and everything with the Golladay situation, because everybody's just amped up. They're seeing the progress that these coaches and that Gettleman is doing. We saw hope last year. Like I've been trying to say, let's watch this. Let's enjoy the process. Enjoy the free agency. I mean, look how hyped everybody is now. We're all excited that we might be getting a stud wide receiver, but it's still only 10% because it's that contract's not signed. There's a 10% chance that something falls through, and then you're going to see the fan base just go nuts. Twitter's going to blow up if they don't sign him now.
Yeah.
By the way, peace out, NFL DNA. Thank you for tuning in, and anybody else that may have to leave. But yeah, go ahead there, Joe. I don't know if you finished your thought.
I don't know. Does anybody else want to talk?
No, I was gonna say, like, it
away.
comes back to me saying what I said at like the very beginning of the stream. Kenny Golladay will be amazing. I want him 100%, but he's not the end all be all. If we don't sign him, I don't want fans to freak out and act as if, there's no chance of us getting a number 1 wide receiver, because there still is a chance.
We got the draft.
We were talking about the draft for months because we never thought we would have a shot at Golladay. So don't some fans, please do not act as if Golladay is the only guy out there that could come in and help fix this offense,
He's going to be an exciting guy to root for.
Yeah.
Exciting to watch him and Daniel Jones try to connect, because I can already hear Jones to Golladay touchdown through the announcer's voice. I've had that running through my head the last 3 days.
Papa.
Okay. So,
now I'll ask you guys, because you and Bobby are the older ones here of the entire panel. People compare Golladay to Burris. What do you think about that comparison?
Yeah, I agree.
well, you know what? When Plexico Burris entered the building, they didn't let him leave unless he signed a contract. They literally kept him in that building until he signed that contract.
I did not know
remember
that.
Yes. They weren't going to let him leave. And they're doing it. It seems like they're just checking Golladay out. They want to do the same thing. I mean, I wasn't all that high on Plexico because I thought the team needed something else. But when you have that mismatch on the outside and you have to bring over a corner with a safety over the top to help because the guy's just going to dominate the 50-50 ball, when you have that, that opens up the whole entire right side of the field. Hello, John Ross. I don't know.
John Ross is good too. Don't forget about him.
Yeah, and Dante. I love Dante Pettis.
And for the people
Yeah, me too.
that say John Ross is not the right guy, let me remind you that Joe Judge was a wide receivers coach.
Yeah.
He's going to teach John Ross what he needs to do. A new system, a new environment. We've all seen it before. A guy just walks in and he's a suddenly different man. We've all been saying that with Engram. We need to trade Engram because he needs a different environment. But again, I'm not a blind faith person. I don't follow blindly by the team. But I'm not going to sit here and get upset because we didn't get Golladay, because it just wasn't meant to be. So then we're going to have to look at a different route. And who'd have thought that we hit on Leonard Floyd? Nobody ever didn't hear that. The Giants wanted him. There's your edge rusher. So, and I know people are saying that Rousseau is not developed. I wouldn't be surprised if we drafted him. I'm not.
Listen, I wouldn't be surprised if we drafted him if we signed Golladay, because if we signed Golladay, it kind of gives you a little bit of room to, honestly take a risk with that first pick.
Listen, Jason Pierre-Paul was underdeveloped. He came out of University of Central Florida. He was a top 10 pick. But he had Osi, he had Tuck, he had Luka, he had all those guys develop underneath of him. I mean, we can look at Dexter Lawrence and Big Leo in the middle, and then somebody like Rousseau on the outside, and then on the other side we got the X-Man, or we got name escapes me.
Carter.
Yes, Carter, Lorenzo Carter. So there's your pass rush, guys. You ought to root.
Very good.
4 monsters.
And then we signed Breland from Kansas City Chiefs. Him too.
Did we?
Yeah.
Yeah, Breland for 1 year.
We didn't sign Breland. We did not sign Breland. What are you talking about?
Yes, we did.
Yes, we did.
Yes, we did yesterday.
Remember?
Yes.
Brashad Breland?
Yes.
No, we didn't.
No, we didn't say Chiefs like 2 months ago. 2 months ago.
Yesterday.
We did not sign
for a 1 year deal.
Yo, Joe, did you hear about Brashad Breland?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, the Giants did not sign Brashad Breland.
Didn't he play for the Chiefs?
He played for the Chiefs, but he did not play. He's not with the Giants.
Yes, he is. Yes, he
is.
I have it pulled up right now.
So wait, what? I'm so confused.
I told you that when we first started.
Yeah.
I haven't heard of.
We did not sign Brashad Breland. Literally on Spot Rack, it says his contract is still with the Chiefs. Yeah, don't mix up. What is he? A corner? Brashad Breland, a corner with Reggie Ragland, completely different name, different letters, a linebacker.
Oh yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm an idiot. Oh.
2 different players, 2 different positions, guys.
I'm sorry.
No, I'm talking about he's like the defensive end or something.
We didn't get any defensive ends from Kansas City.
Dang. Wait, what? I got so.
You guys are talking about Ragland, different name.
Yeah, Ragland.
Different player, different position.
Right.
Yeah, no, I made a mistake.
All right. Well, what was the point you were gonna make with that, though?
Who, me?
No, whoever brought it up completely threw me off guard.
Zeke did. Zeke brought it up.
Okay, I know you. Okay, I'm talking about Breland Speaks. Talking about him.
I know we didn't sign Breland Speaks either.
It says right here it's with the New York Giants.
Where are you looking at this false information?
Bro, look.
Probably Twitter.
Oh no, it's not false information. When in the world did we sign him? What? When did we sign him?
Wait a minute.
Hey yo. January 20. Oh, okay, that's why it was a future reserve contract. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. I'm gonna be completely transparent, completely 100. I don't care about the future reserves contract. Those are guys that are literally gonna be playing on the practice squad.
Oh, who's that? Who is he?
Breland Speaks.
What team is he from?
Chiefs defensive end. But yeah,
Chiefs,
no,
that's what
if you look at the guys we have on the future reserve contracts, there's guys like Joe Webb, Derek Dillon, Alex Bachman, Trent Harris, Montre Harter. Like, these are guys that are basically going to fill out the roster. I don't really expect them to have too much of an impact.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, because this year we get to go back to a 90-man roster, don't we?
I'm not sure what it is
I
going to
think
be
it's
about that.
90. They said that yesterday.
I'm hoping we go back to 90 because then that gives Judge more time to evaluate players. Maybe we can
Yeah, it's
get a
90.
jump on the process instead of
I heard
being
90.
4 steps behind like last year. That really hurt us. And that showed up in the games too, not having a preseason.
Oh, yeah, if we could have
You know?
a semi-normal offseason this year, which we didn't last year,
Yes.
and the team was still good, I think we're going to be really nice this year.
Oh, I hate for it to sound like an excuse, but and all the teams went through it. But if you look at they called it the NFC least for a reason because Dallas had a new coach, Washington had a new coach, the Giants had a new coach, no preseason, all this COVID precautions, how to deal with it and everything. I don't think that was that bad for everything that they went to, but no preseason really showed up in our division having all
You
that new
think
stuff.
we might have a preseason this year?
It sounds like we're supposed to.
Yeah.
But we're going to have to wait and see. I mean, we didn't have a combine.
Hopefully we do.
Yeah, that's
Hopefully we
true.
do.
Combine.
I missed that combine. But I like the Underwear Olympics only because I get to watch the versatility and the players coming out. And, you get to see the quarterbacks timing routes and what they really look like especially when they're throwing to people they've never thrown to before. The skills.
I will say this. Preseason helps so much with trimming down that roster,
Yes, it does.
And real quick, I'm just quickly going to say, guys, the channel and podcast is sponsored by Manscaped. As you guys know, use the code HUB, H-U-B, at manscaped.com for 20% off and free shipping. They hooked me up. We're going to be doing a giveaway of their Lawnmower 3.0 very soon on the channel, where Manscaped is going to give one of this subscribers, right? One of my subscribers, you guys. They're going to give you guys a free lawnmower. All you got to do is use the code. Send me a picture that you use the code and get it done. Manscaped is the best in men's below-the-waist grooming technology. Go ahead and do it. It's been a while since I've done a Manscaped, ad.
Yeah, I
on the
heard
channel.
it. Manscaped.
Manscaped.
Yeah, I heard it.
Yeah.
Look at this. All right.
No, you have a
supposed
beauty.
to
That is like the godly beard.
That's the godly thing.
I tell you what, it almost came off the other day. You guys all wanted me to keep it.
What about the beard, though? The beard and authentic. What about that?
The beard has a good one. The beard has a
Yeah,
good
he
one.
does.
But I think Joel's might be top notch.
No,
Yeah.
I can't.
Well,
I'm
he
Beard
got the
Junior.
bicycle mustache too. You got the
I'm
bicycle.
Beard Junior. That's
You
all.
got the
that's all
bicycle
that is.
mustache though.
Yeah, you do kind of.
I just constantly. I'm sitting here doing this.
I feel like
number
that's
all
how it
freaking day.
develops.
It
Yeah.
might be. I
Yeah, I
need to get
think
some
that's how
wax
you
so I can
develop.
get it curled up, and then.
But yeah, guys,
Like the Irish, right?
tonight
Right.
was gonna be a short stream anyway, just because of my lack of time. So I'm gonna ask you guys to give your last thoughts. I'm gonna pop on the other panel. They're gonna give their last thoughts. We're gonna end it out here. I just don't have enough time as I would like tonight. But go ahead, Bobby, Zeke, and Joel. Your last thoughts of the night.
Let's go, Golladay. We want him. Yay!
Zeke.
Hopefully we could get Kenny Golladay. I'm not gonna keep my hopes up. And let's see, man.
All right, and Joel.
What's the Twitter refresh rate for wanting to search for Golladay signs? That's
Bro,
what
like
I want to know.
once
What's the
every
rate per
0.5 seconds.
It says right here that Giants talking about it. Contract.
Enjoy the process. Enjoy the free agency. Stay hyped. Look at the guys we got in. Nobody expected this. That's an A+ for Judge and Gettleman. And ownership is staying out of it. That's all I can say.
100%. Thank you guys for calling in, and thank you for being
Can I
members.
say Can I say one more thing?
Go ahead.
Look, guys, or any people in the chat too. If we don't get Kenny Golladay, look, we got the draft, and we got pretty good free agents that Dave Gettleman took. So it is what it is.
I agree with you, man. But yeah, once again,
Mhm.
thank you guys for calling in and thank you for being good members of the channel, man.
Thank you.
Thank you,
I
Hob.
enjoyed it tonight.
Enjoy it.
And next up, we got the last panel, which is Mike, Logan, and Max. Let me get your guys' last thoughts of the night, man.
If we don't sign Golladay, I'll be good because we could still go after Bateman or Waddle or Smith, so I'm not gonna kill myself over it.
Even though you have midlife crisis depression, but yeah, sure, go ahead there, Max.
Bruh.
Oh, me?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, bet. So, just thanks for having me on tonight, man. I figured I'd make an appearance because it's been a couple weeks since I've been able to get anything up on mine. With that being said, hopefully this week I'll start getting some more episodes out. For people in the chat who haven't checked it out yet, if you want to learn more about the Hub and where he comes from and his life outside of the Giants, we got a video up where I interviewed him and we had some fun
Man
conversation.
swims with alligators.
You guys exaggerated that so much.
But
He was like near Caymans, bro.
But yeah, I mean, if we don't sign Golladay, it's not the end of the world. But I'm fully expecting it. Golladay wants to be a Giant. The Giants are clearly interested. The man's been in New York for almost 3 days now. What will be 3 days
They're
tomorrow.
holding him hostage. He's gagged.
He's definitely being held hostage.
Dave
So-
Gettleman's showing him like all the Tay Crawford jerseys that we got and stuff.
So I'm not holding my I'm not gonna keel over if we don't get him. But Giants fans, stay excited because I think it's gonna happen and I think it's gonna be tomorrow.
Yeah, and real quick, Mike, before you go, as you guys are heading out, please spike that like button on the way out. We had over 100 watching, only 67 likes. Get it up. And then, Mike, yeah, let me get your last thoughts, man.
Dave. It's time to bring Golladay in. Put the ink to the pen.
Oh, that's it. Short and simple, eh?
Yeah. I want Golladay. This whole fan base wants Golladay. Dave, bring him in.
He's as healthy as
Reel him in.
possible. He'll get it done.
Hey, man, listen. Dave is no longer Dave. He is Wave Weddleman because it's only been
Weddleman.
W's this offseason so far, in my opinion. I'll say that. But with that being said, guys, we're going to close it out here. I see Nikki, shout out to Nikki, first I remember asking how can she watch the interview. I just posted a link to it in the chat. But with all that being said, guys, thank you all for tuning in. The chat was amazing. We had a nice amount of people in here, nice 100 guys. You guys are amazing. That's it for now.